The depth of your struggle determines the height of your success. Every failure will give you that extra push, one step closer to the person you need to be. What is up, boys and girls? We're here. Got a fresh cut yesterday. Pretty short, but I needed a little reset. I was getting too shaggy. I'm about to go hit the gym. Got a new video uploading today. Got another one to edit and upload soon. And I'm recording this one, upper day, today. I closed the gym last night, got home late, probably like 11:30-ish, past that. So by the time I was able to hit the hay, I had to make a shake, I had to get ready for bed, I had to do a couple things. It was damn near 12:30 to 1. So I was not able to get up early tonight, or this morning, obviously. Which, I mean, yeah, it's not like I had much of a choice if I want to get a good rest. But just this kind of thing in my head that, you know, I kind of need to wake up early. But it's like I'd rather feel recovered and rejuvenated than force myself to wake up and feel like shit. Yeah, it's one of those things, but probably gonna eat some of these Drizzlicious rice cakes before I get my lift in, if y'all can see that. Shit's fire. And then get a lift. And I'm going to drink my Rise that's sitting in the freezer, because I like my drinks ice cold. Do you guys like yours ice cold? I can't drink it any other way. But I'm excited to get this pump. It's going to be a good one. And I'll see you guys in the car. Alright, boys. About to hit the gym. And there's something I wanted to talk about that I was thinking about last night. I saw something that reminded me of it. And it's the great breakup that I feel like every man should have to go through, or will go through. For me, it was at 19. And I'll talk about that more with you guys in the car. But this is something that every man should face. Boys, girls, they, thems, listen, the great breakup. Usually it's at 19 years old. For some it's at 20 or whatever age. You fell in love with a girl, your first love, right? You see a future with her, you swear nothing could break that bond. And then just like that, everything falls apart right under your feet. Probably could tell the signs before it happened, you probably noticed. But tried to keep it together, huh? And when it ends, it doesn't just feel like you lost someone. It feels like you lost yourself. You know, the late nights, overthinking, the emptiness when you wake up and you realize that, you know, she's not there anymore. What you guys had is gone. And it's just the hole that you feel empty, numb, almost. And every man needs to face this at least once to truly understand the pain to lose a person. It's almost worse than death, because you can't talk to them anymore. You lost them. It's like they're gone, but they're still alive. And it's not because you don't want to talk to them, it's because you can't talk to them. And the pain you feel, you physically feel that pain. Now, most guys either do one of two things: collapse, numb themselves, chase distractions, waste years running from the pain, whether that's through drugs, whether that's through alcohol, whether that's through gaming, whether that's through just ignoring it, running from it, coping, fucking girls that are less than that girl you had, uglier, easier, just to kind of fill that hole a little bit. But it never works. That's one of the options. Or you use it to light that flame inside you that's just waiting. Every man has a flame inside them that's waiting for that fuel. We're meant to be creators, especially as men. Our masculine energy is so important. For me, that breakup was my fucking turning point. 19 years old. My first love. I was in relationships beforehand, but it was nothing like this one. You know, this girl made me feel a type of love and a type of just a feeling that I've never gotten from anyone else in my life. That she was truly there for me. And it's not either of our faults that it fell out. Truth be told, I blame myself more than anything, but it's not me to blame. And for so long I was just blaming myself, and I hated myself for it. But I realized one thing. The person that I was at the time was what I hated. Allowing myself to conform to my traumas and my past, to be a person that I didn't want to be fearful instead of faithful, and scared of getting hurt because some random girl that didn't give a shit about me hurt me in the past. My parents didn't cater to me as much as they should have. You know, I was alone growing up. But all of that built me into the person I am today. The depth of your struggle determines the height of your success. Every failure will give you that extra push, one step closer to the person you need to be. And every breaking point will build you if you let it, if you take it and let it build you. And that's something a lot of guys can't fucking see, and they're not hyper aware enough. I've seen it firsthand with people, they're popping up in my head right now. They've taken adversity and they become a victim to it, instead of grasping it and building it with their own hands. And I decided I wasn't going to let this breakup define me. I wasn't going to let it control me and ruin me. I decided I was going to let it fucking build me into the man I always knew I was destined to be. And that's what you need to fucking do when that shit happens to you. It's so easy for something to happen to you and you just, why me? Why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve this? This isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. And once you get out of that victim mindset of blaming all these outside forces, instead of looking into yourself and building off the adversity and the struggles that you must face as a man, you will forever be stuck in that victim mindset and you'll be like everybody else. You'll be a fucking sheep. And I used to always run to the gym anytime something happened to me. I would run to the weights. I wouldn't say shit to anybody. I wouldn't say shit to myself. I would run to the fucking weights. I had that discipline in the gym, and that wasn't never a question. The gym was the only thing there for me every single time. The gym never left me, but I also never left me. And it's always your decision what you do in times of adversity, in painful moments. It is always your decision. If you listen to that thought telling you you need to go and smoke to push that pain, to fill that hole for just that moment, you need to go and fuck that girl to fulfill that, then you're an emotional pussy of a man. And I'm not just talking to you guys, I'm talking to my past self. This is what I had to tell him in order to get out of that. I had to face him in the fucking mirror every day and tell him this shit. because no one else was gonna put it in my head. I had to do it. I had to grow everything else, my discipline, my mindset, my purpose. After that, all of it was born from that heartbreak. But it was all already in the womb of my mind. I just had to let it break free. So if you're 19, 20 or whatever, and you're in that place right now, understand you're not being cursed, you're being forged. It happened for you. This pain is your opportunity. And until you understand what you do with it defines what you will become as a man, then you're forever gonna be fucking running from the pain, and you're forever gonna be filling it with small gratifications that will only ever feel good in the moment. And then every time you're alone in your bed at night, you're alone with your thoughts, you're gonna keep running away from it. And it's gonna scare you. And if you can't face your fucking thoughts as a man, you won't be able to face anything else. You're gonna be stuck, and any point of adversity will scare you. You gotta understand everything is bigger than just you. It's bigger than just what you feel in that moment. It's fucking bigger than that. You're gonna have a family in the future. You're gonna have a wife, you're gonna have kids. You have your family now, your parents to provide for. You have friends that you need to provide for. Whether that's through your words, your presence, but you need to become the person that's able to build themselves back up no matter what, and stand up and pick yourself back up. Because no one is going to do it for you. And that's why I set my standards high. That's why I'll never skip the gym. I'll never skip journaling. I'll never skip meditating. I'll never skip making my own food and prioritizing my purpose and coaching my clients to the best of my abilities. Because if I can provide for myself, then I can provide for everybody else. If you can't even provide for yourself, how are you going to give anything to the world, anything for your family? Stop thinking in the now. Be present in the now, but think towards your goals in the future. What is going to make me the man that I need to become? You can't just drift with everything else and everybody else. You must fail as a man in order to succeed. Listen, guys, I'm yelling at myself as much as I'm yelling at you, because I still need to hear this sometimes. Your perception is everything in life. The one thing you have control of as a man, true control of, is your mind. You can't control the thoughts that pop up, but you can control the ones you let in. And I say this every time. I say this to everybody that comes to me for advice. I'm overthinking, man. What do? I'm thinking about all these situations and I don't know how to control them. You just need to understand that not every thought is reality. And the way you perceive it with feeling is what makes it that. There are as many realities as there are people. And your thoughts and feelings dictate which one that you drift into. No sad music if you're out of a breakup. No bad, pointless vices. Smoking weed. I fell into smoking weed every night because I was so scared of what I would feel. I had to numb it. I was so scared of the thoughts that came into my head. Until I truly separated myself from everybody and faced them head on, alone, in the shadows. And that's what you need to fucking do. Face them head on in the shadows. By yourself. Yeah, go out the first week with your buddies, get your mind off it a little bit, but then after that, you need to be alone. You need to face everything in isolation. As much as people say, oh, you need to, keep yourself busy, and yeah, you can, no, but then you're going to only ever keep needing to keep yourself busy until you're able to face it by yourself. Once you're able to face it by yourself alone in the shadows, and you can face that pain and those thoughts and those demons, that's how you build an unbreakable iron mindset. When you can walk into the shadows willingly and come out of it a better man than before. You rise up from the fucking ashes, and that flame in you lights. And you use that. And you become the best version of yourself after. Every single time something breaks you down, you're able to build yourself better than before if you let it happen. It's all about your perception and your feelings and your thoughts. Your mind is so powerful. When you stop trying to control all the exterior outside forces and focus within, everything happens the way you need. Everything happens for you. Let's go get this fucking pump. Thanks for 100 subscribers. And let's get this fucking lift. We're here. Stoic. We're going to warm up with the treadmill. 5 minutes. Get the blood flowing. Then get our shit started.
Now you question what went wrong. It's your heart. It's raining again.
Hitting some rear delt with the cuff. I know it looks gay, but it's optimal. Kind of feeling low energy, so took off my pump cover without a real pump, just so I can kind of, sometimes when I take off my pump cover before I'm pumped, it makes me want to see the pump more. As in, like, makes me want to work harder.
That is yours for free. Realize you are so far from the things that matter now.
Say hi to the video. It's my editor. And my little... Fit with Zelly? Okay. Alright. So when you do a fly, I used to do it with my elbows lower and kind of like a pressing movement to get more force. And then I found out that you need shoulder adduction to really hit the sternocostal area of the pec, which is the lower part and the mid part. And I started doing it more abducted than flexed. So when you do shoulder flexion and your elbows closer, that's going to be more of the upper clavicular head of the pec.
There's a dark cloud over your head.
Doing some JM press next to fucking Mr. Olympia mugging me right now, so I feel like shit. No. Alright. Good triceps, good biceps. Gotta do some front delts. Gotta make it quick because I'm gonna pick up a monitor in a minute. So let's get it going.
I can't fight these feelings, they will bring me pain. You can't take away, make me whole again.
There has been a study where your front delt showed more activity when your hand is supinated versus pronated, because essentially it uses less of the forearm flexor muscles, isolating the front delt better. And doing this, because honestly, I used to have, they're still kind of lacking, but my delts were lacking pretty bad. Because I listened to everybody like 3 years ago saying spam lateral raises, and that was all I fucking did. And then my front delts and rear delts started lacking, but I've been working on them. We're getting pretty even, so not too bad. Can't complain. But that just shows, don't listen to what everybody says. Just take it with a grain of salt, because they don't know your physique, they don't know your genetics. A lot of these people claiming you don't need to do much for front delt since you hit it indirectly have top tier delt genetics. So they don't need to, and then they try to apply their genetics to yours. Doesn't apply to everybody. Boys, lift is done. I did some front raises, but bro, talking to some of these guys in here, they're competitors, they're pros, right? You realize they really don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, I was just talking to this pro because he has some crazy delts on him, and when you talk to these guys, you really truly realize how much steroids carries. Like, steroids and genetics and the coach you have carry, because this guy has no idea what he was talking about. He was trying to tell me that it doesn't matter what weight you use for delts, you just have to be aware of how much time under tension you're doing. It's the time under tension. You can use 10 pounds. Bro, I'm not listening to that shit. There's countless studies proving that wrong. Time under tension is bullshit. It's the amount of mechanical tension that's the main driver of hypertrophy. But man, it just shows how a lot of these guys think they know what they're talking about when they just have good physiques, and that's all they have to show for is their physique, but no actual knowledge. It's just kind of crazy. Anyway, here's the pump. Not too bad, not too shabby. Guys, should I put on some mass or get absolutely diced? Alright, that's the end of the video.